Hey guys, another close look at a deck I brought from last year. One I wasn't going to really upload because the messages of the cards are long and I really didn't want the video to be way too long, but I've decided to let it just give it a try. It's called The Art of the Manifestation Oracle Cards by Jenny Florence. This is what the box will look like. It's a 100% recycled box that has a magnetic latch. Now this is signed by the author and numbered. It's the first print edition out of 2500. Here's the look of the book itself in the box. And the box, you could see here signed. So I'm number 427 out of the 2,500 prints that's available. So the box is signed, but also the book itself will be signed and numbered as well. So this is what the book will look like. Very nice book. Now inside of the box, what you will get, which is quite nice, you get a sage, and then you've got again a recycle 100% cotton pouch as well, where the cards are in there. So you get a pouch, sage, the book, and you could see here the magnetic magnets in the box. So this is what the book looked like at front. Very nice, first edition. And at the back, you get a nice little message. Book is quite a fairly chunky book, quite a lot of information in there. And this is what the pouch should look like. Green pouch, again, cotton, 100% recycle. It's a nice little extra to have, so I really like that. And these are what the back of the cards look like. Now, I'm not really a massive fan of this. You've got the title of the card, you've got the overall sort of like theme. I mean, I like the colors and everything and the design, but just the whole writing and marketing thing. I know this is only the first edition, but to me this will be like the negative. And you know, I really don't like this as well. I know previously I've had cards before that will have these sort of prints there by the side. It's not something that I really want to see on my cards, to be quite fairly honest. I mean, look at the design here. It's very nice and I would have gone for that. So that's my only little gripe. The card itself, stock wise, is I guess you would say it's medium. Overall quality, I suppose it's okay, but I would still be careful. They kind of feel, I don't know, for me personally, they feel like cardboard, so I would be careful. I think they would they would easily kind of like be easy to tear, sorry. Yeah, I would really be careful. They feel strange to me. Again, I'm aware this is a first edition, so to me, I've gotten used to it. It's not so bad. It's like it's a matte. No, I don't know if it's a matte finish. I don't know what you would call it, but it's close to a matte finish. This is what it looks in the inside. Again, you could see what it looks like here. It's not so bad. I mean, I'll go as far as to kind of squeezing it, but really bending it, I think it will kind of tear. So just to give you an idea of what these cards will look like, on the top of them you will have the keywords of the card, and then you'll have the numbers, and right in the center you'll have the images, and then at the very bottom you'll have the message, which is pretty much most of the message of the card. And if you look in the book, you'll have the additional meaning. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to kind of go through the cards itself. I'm going to pause like 5 minutes, no, sorry, not 5 minutes, 5 seconds at each cards, just to give you an idea to what they are saying, to pause if you need to read the full message of them. Another thing that I would advise when I'm portraying or highlighting these cards, just tend to pay attention to your intuition. One of these cards may stand out to you. There might be a message specifically for you. So again, I'm going to go through each of these cards. The reason I got these cards specifically was not because of the image, but because of the messages that really resonated with me. So the messages of these cards are very strong, and I think this is the strongest parts of them. So we've got the spiritual warrior, our card number 0, the fool, the journey, the pathway of the spiritual warrior, and the calling of your soul. So your journey is beginning. We've got our card number 1, allow yourself to receive. One of the greatest blocks in our ability to manifest. Our greatest desire is an ability to allow ourselves to receive, which is so true. Authenticity, card number 2. Picture of someone meditating there. Hold your head up high. walk tall, and be your authentic self. So true. Again, I will stop at least 5 seconds on each card so you can pause and read the message. Be your brilliant self is our card number 3. Be great today, be brilliant. This card asks you to get in touch with the extraordinariness of everything, everyday living. Believe in yourself is our card number 4. You are important. You are lovable. You are special. So true. Some of these images do look nice. Some of them, it's hard to kind of see how they relate to the message. Bless your past, number 5. Pictures of the hand that seems to be releasing and letting go of the past, which is something that's very important. Even in the present moment, we still may have residue of the past still hanging around, the old program that we need to let go of. Choices and decisions. The butterfly, I guess that would be the butterfly effect. Every choices and decisions that we make tends to have a consequence to it. Again, the messages there will kind of reflect that. Collaborate is our number 7 of various different hands. It's old, young. Sometimes we are called to develop our self-efficiency, and this can be a valuable road to travel. Compromise, our card number 8. Colored hands. You are in a situation where you need to make a compromise. And then we've got our number 9, course correct. You've got the rocks kind of curving, correcting itself on a path. If an obstacle or diversion has interrupted your plans, this card is here to assure you that the delay is for a specific reason. The cycles of the moon is our card number 10. This card invites you to attune yourself with the rhythms of the moon. Difficult emotions are our card 11 with the pink rose. This card asks you to listen to your emotions. Every emotion we have is necessary and important to us. Again, that's what I love about these cards. It's the messages that really resonate with me. It's great cards for anyone who's intuitive, empathic, always into the law of attraction. Our next sets, we've got our card number 12, dislike of others. I guess the person is being a hermit up in the mountains. Sometimes we form strongly negative feelings towards others. In truth, it is not them that we dislike, but the words and actions and behaviors, which is so true. Don't wobble. Card number 13, I guess that will be your chakras. If they're out of alignment, are you having a wobble? Whether a minor one or a major one, this is completely understandable. You are facing tough choices. Empower yourself. Number 14, the image of the sun, the person hands open, allowing the energy to regenerate them, empower them back up again. We've got expectation as our card number 15. Expectation is a form of memory. Our past experiences color our expectations of future circumstances and outcomes. Forgiveness of others is the card number 16. Forgiveness does not mean that something bad that happened to you was okay. True. Sometimes, what I've learned is forgiveness is what tends to let go or kind of gets you through that shadow or obstacles that you go through. And here we've got our next card. Again, you probably noticed there's a lot of symbolism of butterflies, various different types of butterflies within these cards. Giving and receiving are card number 18 of the hand. Give and take is different to giving and receiving. Taking and receiving are not the same thing. So true. Our next one, gossip and drama, 19. I guess you've got the void here. being illustrated of what it does. Talking behind people's backs is one of the greatest producers of negative energy. So true. Grace with the butterflies are gracefully um, together in line. When we sit in a relationship with grace, we see every situation through the eyes of love. Ground yourself. Card number 21. Out in nature. Looks as though you're sitting on the grass. This card is a request to you to literally ground yourself. Go outdoors. Take off your shoes. Have your voice. Number 22. And the picture. I love the picture here. It's a demonstration of the vibration of sounds and its colors. Is there something that you need to say? And an inability to speak out can leave us with feelings of hurt. So it's always important to voice and let go. Imperfection, number 23, where you've got, I guess, an imperfect picture, colors there. In our goal-driven world, we can seek to blame whenever things do not run smoothly, and yet it is our imperfection that makes our human lives. So you could see why I was like not sure if I should do an upload of these cards. The messages are very, very long, but ideally you wouldn't really need the book. The messages are there. If you need additional meanings, then you would kind of like go and look at the book, which we will cover at the end. And number 24, independence is a wonderful thing. I love my independence, but I realize sometimes, don't take it to the extreme. That sometimes, the help of others, the inner critique. Another part of my journey where, I've always been a person that's been too hard on myself. And such things I've realized it's not healthy at all. It doesn't do you of any benefit at all. So, it's always good to give yourself some good appraisal, some good feedback. Intention, card number 26, that you eyes close. Intention is a focused thought. Prayer is a focused thought. Worry is also a focused thought. So notice what you think about, where your intention is. And I love this one. I love the diagram, the pictures, the internal dialogue, number 27, with so many things going on in your mind. We all have an internal dialogue within our mind, a constant stream of inner conversations. Is your dialogue kind? Again, paying attention to what we think. 28, it's okay not to be okay. I'm not sure about the image. When we feel low or have challenging emotions, we often then feel bad about feeling bad. So again, it's something that I've gone through as well, we all do. Lack, number 29. Leading a spiritual life does not mean living in lack. It's so true. Again, I've gone through all of this. Sometimes you take things far too extreme and you think you have to be in a specific way, and again, you're ignoring being the self. Leadership, I love that. The hands taking ownership, responsibility of looking after the planet. We all lead by example, our words and actions presenting a role model to everyone that we come into contact with. Always, regardless whether we don't have to be in a massive position, but one way or the other, we all are demonstrating an example of leadership. Saying no, a very another important thing in life, but saying no in an act of love. Again, I feel that's important. There's a certain way to say no. Let go gracefully, number 32, the hand gracefully letting go to the universe. That's nice. Something in your life is calling for you to let it go. Let go gracefully. Again, these messages are quite normal, I suppose. Very, very nice. They resonate quite a lot. We tend to perceive miracles only when our personal desires are met, and yet when we look back, almost all of us will be able to kind of like see through the challenges. There's at least some form of miracles. Again, being present and always seeing the positive side of stuff. Mistakes, if you feel you have made a mistake, or indeed someone else has done so, impacted you, got to learn to let go to forgive, including yourself. And our last card here, card indicates that you're about to begin a new chapter of your life. Shed release, new beginning. Our next sets, again, they look gorgeous. I mean, the images are not so bad. New love, 36. A heart in the center, male and female energies on the opposite side. The energy of new love is around you. Sometimes if we have been hurt within relationship, we retreat, afraid of being hurt again. Recuperating to be healed. And again, we'll come back to that stage of getting the opportunity again. Nurture, 37. Whenever we sow seeds, however much we yearn to see them grow, we cannot force them to develop any quicker than nature will allow. Things take time. Open the floodgates. 38. If we are unable to acknowledge and talk about our feelings, they stuck up and build up like a pressure cooker waiting to blow. It's always important to express ourselves, but in a productive or sensible manner without losing the value of what we are. Open yourself to possibility. Number 39. Almost everyone holds some limiting beliefs about themselves. These perceptions block us from receiving the infinite support of the universe. Opportunity is our number 40. The card speaks of new opportunities, although they may not necessarily come in the form that you were expecting, but still to always be alert. Don't expect things to turn up in the way that you've always are accustomed to them to. Outcomes, number 41. This card asks you not to be too attached to a specific outcome. In any new situation, the possibilities are open-ended, which is so true. Persevere, card number 42. Who would have thought that a humble acorn could grow into a mighty oak tree? But of course, this takes time. Something we need to always remember. As much as you can manifest, it will always take time. You have to go by divine timing rather than your timing. Problems is card number 43. This card asks you to view any problems as an opportunity rather than a crisis. Release negative habits, 44. Clouds and a rainbow. Not sure. We all form habits and patterns in our lives, whether in thoughts or in action. We're too comfortable. And I guess that's what the comfort zone is. Release the past, 45. Again, I'm not sure about the image there. Releasing the past does not mean that we forget, nor does it mean that that if something had bad happens, that it was okay. Restore balance, 46. I like that. This card calls you to notice what kinds of situation, people, and circumstances throw you off balance. It's very important to look at your surroundings or what you've surrounded yourself with. Self-care, 47. Self-care is not an act of selfishness. It's an act of consciousness. This card invites you to prioritize your own self-care. Always very important. You can't go off helping others if you can't even help yourself to begin with. Our next sets, very nice. Shine, 48. Jumping up, spreading his wings. I love that image. The time is right for you to spread your wings and soar. You have something valuable to share. Bring forth your greatest contribution. Step into your fullest potential. Show the world what you're made of. Awesome. Stand your ground, 49. This card brings a clear message, whether in pragmatic action or in holding firm to your own principles and to your own opinions. Whatever your situation, do not give way. This is not the time to back down. Stay on course, card number 50. You are facing some big stuff in your life right now. This card is a request that you keep going and stay on course, however challenging this may feel. Synchronicity, 51. Love the image of all the energies sporadic all over the place are seemingly random coincidences showing up in your life. This card asks you to listen to the signs and take them seriously. You're tuning into the universal energy. Take a leap a leap of faith. And 52. This card is an invitation to take a leap of faith. Sometimes, even when we desperately desire change, we procrastinate and find all kind of reasons as to why we should stay where we are. Take a risk. Number 53. You need to come out of our comfort zone. Step out of the comfort zone. Feeling safe and secure is a wonderful experience, but if we remain in our safe zone for fear of change, we create a limited and restrictive environment that, that in the end, it's not going to take us anywhere. We're going to find it very challenging. Take action now. 54. Blossoming flower. This is a clear and equivalent message that action on your part is needed now. Manifestation is not simply a process of visioning in and dreaming about your desires, but it's also about when it's time to take the opportunity and action, you need to take it. Take time out. 55. Give yourself permission to stop. Sometimes we just need to slow down and rest up, and yet so often we keep on pushing and pushing even though there are clear signs that we should be stopping. Take your time. 56. Slow down. If you are feeling under pressure, whether in response to a situation or demands of another person, or from pressure that you are placing on yourself, it's very important to know when to stop, to slow down. The bigger picture, I love that. In the forest, light at the end. Sometimes, particularly during times of accelerated growth, we feel confused and overwhelmed, unable to see the woods for the trees. To have and to hold. 58. Healthy relationships are formed through love rather than need. It is such a human thing to hold on to others through fear and insecurity. It's not the way to have something healthy. Trust the universe. 59. No other better picture to have than that. Sometimes we can strive relentlessly to make something happen and then experience huge disappointment when our efforts do not work out. Haven't we all been there? And here is our last set. So a total of 69 cards. I know it's 68 here showing, but the 0 card, the beginning of the journey, was our number 1. Uncertainty, number 60. Calm the noise within your mind. Get still and meditate. If you are still uncertain, give yourself 4 hours and meditate again. If you are still unclear, wait 4 days. And if necessary, 4 weeks. Unhappiness, 61. Interesting image. Unhappiness is frequently the result of an inability to live in alignment with the calling of your soul. When this happens, our unease and challenging emotions are an indication that we need to kind of go within ourselves and to listen to ourselves. Walk away. 52. Walk away from this situation. When we face a challenging or unhealthy situation, it can be hard to let go and move on. Sometimes we stay in the hope that someone will change, which is not always the case. Learn to walk away. Walk your talk. 63. Become what you believe. Are your thoughts, words, and action in alignment with your core inner values? This card asks you to walk your talk. Which direction? I like the image here. 64. You have reached a turning point in your life. Do not be afraid of taking the wrong path. When you recognize the learning to be found at every step and in every moment of your journey. There is no wrong choice at the end of the day. You're going to learn something either way. Gain something, lose something. Worth the wait. 65. Is something or someone not moving forwards as fast as you would like? This card is here to reassure you. Hold fast and be patient. Say yes. 66. It's a wonderful thing. Different colors. What are you waiting for? The answer to your question is yes. You are safe now. 67. Message of it is safe to relax. You've been through a major ordeal and you've been amazing. You've handled it all, but as a consequence, you've learned to live on high alert. This needs to change. There's a time and a place to be on high alert, not 24 hours. You've done nothing wrong. 68, our last card. Whatever has taken place was out of your control and out of your hands. This card asks you to let go of any feelings of guilt or personal blame. So that was the cards, and this is what the book looked like. So in the book, I'm going to just show you the meanings of the cards. You have no pictures. You will have the number and the word of the card, and here they are on top. Number 1, number 2. You could see here, number 1, allow yourself to receive. And the message that you have on there is pretty much the whole message that you will have on the card. So I know it looks longer, it's just the way it's kind of like being sort of like set, but you'll have the full message right there on the card being portrayed for you. And then underneath that, you will have additional message and guidance. So here, a number 2 card, authenticity, you have the message there. There's that full message there on that card. You will only refer to the book if you wanted to look at the additional message and guidance, which is, I guess, half a page worth. Depends on particular cards. Sometimes it's a lot shorter than that. But just, pause, have a read. That way you get an idea of the 2 cards there. And that's how it looks throughout for all of the entire cards. So in the beginning of the book, you get sort of like an introduction into the whole theme of the deck itself, the journey of the spiritual warrior, the path being taken that we all have to go through, obstacles that we come across and how to deal with them. You've got your content section, again, working with the cards, how to use them, and then in alphabetical order of each of a single one of these cards, a total of 69, all easy to find alphabetically. The other section of the book is talking generally about how to work with these cards, how to consecrate the cards, how to clear the energy of these cards. Pretty much it gives you the general basics that you will have on every single deck in the market. When to use the oracle decks themselves, talks about how the shuffling should be done, but again, it's nothing that you have to 100% follow by. It's only got a 3 card spread. That's the only suggestion there, which is kind of normal. Again, you probably know of many different spreads that you can use. And of course, there's a section in the book that is signed and numbered as well. So not just the box. So if you decide not to keep the books is signed of the first edition. So there we go, guys. This was the manifestation oracle deck, the art of manifestation. Overall, I enjoy it. The messages resonate with me a lot. I really like them. It's not perfect 100%, but to me, it's good enough. So hope you've enjoyed. Love and light. Take care.